Hi, I'm Ashot. I call this episode Don't Fake It and You'll Make It. We all know the famous phrase, fake it till you make it. Pretend until you can actually do it. This wisdom reflects a popular survival strategy. When someone is new to a place, they act as if they already have the necessary skills and confidence to adapt earlier and to grow faster. Such professional pretending can be a great stimulus for development, overcoming fears, and establishing oneself in a new team. And every reasonable boss gives employees this some time to get up to speed in a new role before really expecting results. It's a completely ordinary aspect of the modern business world, right? Well, let's give it a shot. Vitaly joined the sales department of a large international corporation full of ambition and a desire to prove his worth. He saw only perfect colleagues around him. Everyone was professional and competent, polite and smiling. Everyone shared their successes, spoke of incredible deals, and talked about their unique working methods. Vitaly tried not to fall behind. Sometimes he had to embellish his achievements a little, sometimes focus more on his victories, and sometimes keep silent about his failures. After a few weeks, Vitaly began to notice something. It was as if the masks of his colleagues started to slip. Someone began to lose their temper, someone else suddenly shifted responsibility, and another openly envied the success of others. To his surprise, Vitaly began to notice that behind the facade of confidence there was often insecurity. Behind innocent smiles, just fatigue, and behind loud speeches, an ordinary fear of not being worse than the rest. Gradually, he developed the ability to see people as they truly are, to immediately recognize what they were trying to hide behind their masks. He learned to distinguish genuine support from dirty manipulation, real professionalism from primitive showmanship, true friendship from cynical self-interest. He even began helping new employees adapt faster to the new environment, regularly supporting those who made mistakes, and by example was the first to openly speak about his own challenges. His ability to understand people was noticed. Vitaly was invited to the HR department, where he began recruiting and training staff, helping them to reveal their true strengths. Very soon, he became the head of HR. Together with like-minded colleagues, he realized that in a work team, the difference between the fake and the real is revealed primarily in behavior, communication, and motivation. A real person is one who is honest with themselves and others, is one who is not afraid to admit mistakes, is one who is open to dialogue, and the one who is building trusting relationships. A fake person is one who hides their true motives, embellishes achievements, manipulates facts to impress or avoid responsibility. Together with the team, they also analyzed the very reasons for this deception and the desire to appear smarter. In other words, the fear of consequences. After all, people lie to avoid punishment, criticism, dismissal, or loss of status. People fear that the truth will provoke a negative reaction from management or colleagues. People also lie out of desire to be liked and to get ahead. People want to appear more competent than they really are in order to get a promotion, a bonus, or recognition. inflated resumes, overblown achievements, pretending to be busy and competent, and of course, talking about stress all come into play. In a highly competitive and unstable environment, many believe that without a mask, survival is impossible. Unfortunately, this creates a corporate culture where honesty becomes a risk and lying becomes a tool for survival. Some even use lies for manipulation, to set up colleagues, gain resources or power. I can only imagine how these people would react if a children's doctor treated their children the way that they treat their colleagues. Together with his like-minded colleagues, Vitaly also realized that lies destroy trust, lead to conflicts, reduce team effectiveness, and can result in dismissal or loss of reputation. Constant lying causes stress, anxiety, lowers self-esteem, and even leads to emotional burnout. Lies distort the picture of what is happening in the company, prevent management from making the right decisions, and lead to mistakes and losses. That's why Vitaly built a corporate culture of honesty and support, where masks were unnecessary, and everyone could be themselves, real, not fake. Employees would meet at the coffee machine or in the cafeteria and voice their problems, receiving solutions and support from others. Colleagues openly admitted their mistakes and challenges at meetings, receiving ideas instead of blames. Employees wrote thank you notes to each other and gradually exchanged knowledge and experience, constantly improving one another. The company, in turn, directly benefited from such a team. Sales and market share grew every quarter. If you can afford to be real in a team, congratulations, be it. However, remember that when meeting a new colleague, you may initially encounter not the real person, but an image they've created for protection, adaptation, self-presentation, or even manipulation. Don't judge any colleague before at least 6 months have passed.